Gutter Trash is a proud member of the Comics Podcast Network.
An intergalactically famous bounty hunter and killer is sent on a mission to retrieve a prisoner, alive. The bounty turns out to be his 4th grade teacher and the only other surviving member of his race and planet, since he killed everyone else. While bringing the prisoner back to his boss, he runs afoul of morality militias, the police, truckers, and a dance troupe, all looking for blood and revenge, in Keith Giffen, Alan Grant, and Simon Bisley's debut miniseries for the main man, Lobo. Hello, welcome to Gutter Trash, episode 110, Lobo edition. My name is Eric.
My name is Jason.
This is the final Gutter Trash of 2010.
Yep. The last one.
Yes.
The year we make contact.
We did not make contact.
It's not over.
We still got a few more days,
Yeah.
but as of now, it's cutting it really close.
Mm-hmm.
No contact has been made. Come on, people. Move your fucking asses.
Reach out.
Yeah. Reach out and
touch
an alien.
Yeah.
If you know an alien, bring them out.
Out of the closet.
Out of the closet, into the public spotlight. We need to make contact as a race, as a people, as a planet.
Yeah.
Otherwise, this is going to be a wasted year.
Yeah. I know, it's kind of really what I was hoping for all year long. But I don't think it's going to happen. I think someone out there has, the little green men.
Right.
But they're not sharing.
Nope. I was hoping for 2 things this year, and neither of them happened. But the making contact was what I thought was going to be the thing that did actually happen. It was more likely to than the other.
Well, what was the other?
I was going to meet a girl.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, neither one of those things happened.
Nope.
There's still a few days left. We could make contact.
I still think we can make contact. It's possible.
Yeah.
What is this? It's the 26th.
As we record, it's the 26th.
So we got about 5 more days. Come on, folks. Let's do this.
I think we can do it.
Yeah.
If we pull together, Brian John Mitchell's out there. Kurt Denz is out there. You guys can do it. Actually, I swear that I think I may have made contact at Mavericks today. We had 3 of our oddest birds, our regular oddest customers, all in within an hour. I'm not going to say any of their names because I wouldn't be surprised.
One of them was Eric Schoenborn.
No. None of them that I know have ever listened, but I could see one of them listening. Yeah, that's true. Okay, well, it was Eric Schoenborn. Cover your ears. I'm talking.
La la la.
No, but there's a couple of them. Oh, man. I mean, just like bizarre on a cracker. Like they are strange dudes, loners, and rebels, Dottie. I mean, there's this one guy. He always comes in and he just looks around for a minute, and then he has a comic file, but he never when he walks in, he just goes right to the back and starts looking at stuff. And then if you walk over to him and say "Hey, are you finding everything all right?" And today was no exception. He always goes, "Can I get my file?" As if he's
why haven't he hasn't it already?
Yeah. And then you get it to him and he's like, "Oh, hey, thanks." And he's just super nice. And it's I wonder if it's his misreading of the human race that you're supposed to break the ice with some sort of aggressive, on the offense, because he is always like that. And Jeremy, we were talking about it when he left. We were like, I can never read that guy. Is he always angry, never angry? Because he always seems nice once you,
give him his thing.
Yeah.
Once he gets his binky.
Yeah.
Yeah, he calms down.
It is. It's like that.
Right.
But then it always makes me think he never was mad.
Right.
You know, because he doesn't seem like he was ever mad.
He was probably mad.
Yeah.
I'm mad every time I walk into Mavericks. I'm pretty upset with the fact that, as soon as I walk in, you're not just handing me my comics.
There is one guy.
Making me walk all the way to the back of the store to look at what's new.
There's a guy who has been shopping there forever, and every Wednesday that he comes in, as he's walking in the door, I have his file in my hand and I hand it to him. Every single time I'd say for years. And the only way that I can do that, though, is he drives a Culligan water truck, and it's this huge truck, and you can hear it, coming through the parking lot.
Right.
And when it stops, it has, the air brakes. So I'm always, I always grab it, and I'm I just make it up front to the door, and I'm hand it to the guy.
Now, is that a thing you do, or is that a thing that he demands?
Oh, no, it's just I do.
Okay, all right.
I don't think anybody else that works there does it, and I don't think he's ever asked for it.
Okay.
But he's always thanks, and he shakes my hand, and he's he's a working man, he's got dirt on his arms, and
I've seen him,
yeah.
Store worker.
Yeah, you remember him. Steve Lloyd.
He's
Steve
the Culligan
Lloyd.
guy.
Yeah.
He's the Culligan man.
Culligan man.
Hey, Culligan man.
You call him, he'll bring you something to
water.
drink.
Water, yeah.
I think that was their slogan. You call him, he'll bring you something to drink.
Sure. All right.
I mean, it sounded better in the jingle because there's somebody singing it.
Right.
But that was the words.
You said you had 3 odd birds today. You mentioned one.
Well, yeah, that guy was the... And then there's this other guy that always asks for a deal on anything that he buys. Anything.
Oh, that's me.
But he's serious. He'll be like...
And I'm not.
He'll look for these magic... He'll be do you have... Today he was do you have bubble matrix? And he always walks in the door, and it's never he looks around and thinks of something. He walks in, he's the door opens, and he goes, do you have bubble matrix? He's just, knows right then.
Right.
And you're what? You're what? Is it a magic card? And he's yeah. And I'm what set is that from? And he goes, I don't know. All I know it's called bubble matrix. And so I look it up, and I find it, and they're $1 each, and we have 3 of them. And he's I'm they're $1 each, and we have 3 of them. He's like, can I get a deal on those? And I'm I'll sell them to you for $1 each. That's what it said. And he's well, I'll take 2 of them then. So, yeah.
And
there's the conspiracy guy.
Okay.
And this guy I actually legitimately like. He's just a little too intense for me. But the other 2 guys, I don't like at all. I wish they would never shop there again.
Okay.
Totally.
Really? But you said the one guy's a nice guy.
Yeah, but he creeps me out. Creeps me out.
Really?
Yeah, he really creeps me out. And then the other guy, the guy that asked for the deals, I would probably urinate on him if he was on fire, but I would reluctantly do so. He is a fucking jerk. He tried to get a job at Mavericks once, and I told Jack, I was if you hire him, I'll probably quit. But the third guy I actually kind of like, and but he's just intense and weird, and he's got a conspiracy for everything. He told me that he thinks the Challenger was blown up by someone on a Spanish fishing boat. I think I told you about this once.
I think you've told me about this guy, but never about the Spanish fishing boat.
Oh yeah, he was I forget how the Challenger came up at Mavericks, but he was I remember, and he remembers everything, if you show him a Silver Age comic, that came out in June of '67, and I was on a bus reading that, and when I was 7 years old.
So someone was saying that they went to the Challenger's comic shop in Chicago, Illinois.
That's possible. And he's the Challenger. And he goes, I remember when that blew up, I was shaving, and the girl I was dating at the time said, oh my God, they just blew up the Challenger. And he's and I knew right then and there it was blown up by someone on a Spanish fishing boat. And I was what? So he's an odd guy.
Right.
But I think he's cool. I hope he shops there forever.
Right. Well, that's weird.
And they were all 3 in within 10 minutes of each other.
That sucks. Mm-hmm. So the creepy guy, why is he? Is he the Baby Huey guy?
No,
Okay.
it's not that guy.
Because I saw that guy at the grocery store the other day.
Baby Huey.
Big guy, yeah. Who most likely has children tied up in his basement.
Yeah.
See, that's the creepiest guy to me that works at, or shops at Mavericks.
Because he buys a lot of, like, cartoony, like, Scooby-Doo kind of books, and he buys, like,
Porn.
horror porn, like,
Right,
horrible torture porn. So, yeah, that is kind of alarming, and I'm sure this is one of the situations where, you know, when he's inevitably arrested with tiny caskets in his backyard buried, and they question me, I'll be like, yeah, you know, I always thought he was a little weird, you know. I'm like, I just never made that leap where I thought, yeah, he really is doing something crazy.
Right.
Just, yeah, hopefully that is not the case.
Right. But this other guy, what makes him...
The Binky guy?
Yeah.
He's just so awkward, and then, like, and a lot of times he'll order, he'll special order mangas, and then he won't buy them, and we're stuck with them, and
Gotcha.
he just...
This isn't the guy who's, he's 50 years old and his grandma brings him?
No, this guy always comes in by himself.
Okay. Well, I mean, he comes in by himself, but his grandma's, like, waiting for him in the car or something like that.
No.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I think I know you're talking about.
He goes through, like, every single issue of every comic to find the one with the least amount of, like, folds and bends and nips.
Unfortunately, I don't think he shops there anymore. He hasn't been there in a long time. I think something bad happened to him. Like I think he's still alive, but tragedies befell him. So unfortunately,
probably killed his grandmother.
Huh?
Probably killed his grandma.
Killed his grandma.
Yeah.
So he doesn't come around anymore. But and another thing I just realized: 2 of the 3 odd customers that come in today have a like consonant cluster name, like Archie Andrews or Lois Lane, like a comic book character name. Like one's initials is SS and one is CC.
CC from
from Poison. No. Yeah, that guy just orders mangas left and right and doesn't buy them.
What a dick.
Yeah. But he sure can play that guitar.
Probably picked up those habits from Bret Michaels.
Probably. Yeah. I can see that.
Well, hey, speaking of 80s metal.
Yeah.
Yeah. We read a comic that's heavily influenced by it.
Yeah, it kind of is.
Kind of, yeah. Lobo. Keith Giffen. Alan Grant. Simon Bisley?
I think it's Bisley.
Maybe it's Bisley.
But see, he always signs it B-I-Z, which is Biz.
Yeah, but, that could just be playing around.
I'm going to go Bisley.
All right.
That's what I'm going to guess.
I'm going to keep saying Bisley, because that's what I have been saying since 1990, or whenever this book came out.
Well, Simon, if you're listening, please phonetically...
Please don't threaten me.
Write us in a phonetically spelled email of your name.
Yeah, it's probably Bisley. I'm wrong.
Who knows?
Yeah, I'm most likely wrong.
So you've read this before?
No.
Never.
I believe I explained this at length the previous episode. Mm-hmm. That I've owned this forever. And
that's never read it. That's what it was. Yeah. So, what do you think?
It was fun.
Yeah.
Not great.
I remember loving it, like, because I think I bought when Lobo's Back came out.
Right.
I bought that because I was working at Mavericks.
Right.
And I think I went back and bought these so I could read it too, and I loved it. I mean, I thought it was hilarious and crazy and over the top violence.
Right.
And it is.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's
over the top violence.
I've seen more over the top violence in the ensuing years.
Yeah, but for a mainstream DC book from 20 years ago, it's
true.
Some like amputations and
right. It's I don't know. It's fun. It certainly is not the best comic I've ever read.
Right.
By far not the worst. A lot of the I think supposed to be shocking elements about it are kind of watered down now.
They've kind of been tamed over the years.
Yeah. Mostly, I think that probably stems from the fact that this was kind of a parody of all those grim and gritty comics of like the late 80s.
Right.
And like when this came out, it was like hugely popular. And because everyone thought it was serious,
Yeah.
basically took that to the extreme.
Right.
Rob Liefeld.
Yeah. I think even the ensuing like Lobo miniseries and especially the ongoing series,
Right.
it kind of pandered to the fans who were like, Lobo's a badass, awesome.
Right.
You know, he kicks ass, man.
Yeah.
But I think reading this as probably like a 15-year-old, it was pretty much perfect. Because it's a short story, it's kind of funny, and there's lots of violence. But rereading it, like I've owned it, like I still have the same copies that I had when I was 15.
Right.
And I was like, I know I read it and put it in my box going, oh, this is something I'll want to always have, and I'll reread it. After reading it now, I'm probably going to just give it to somebody.
Right.
Yeah. Because although it's cool,
Right.
I think this is a book that you might read a second time in your life, but you would never read a third time.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would agree with you had I read it a first time.
Yeah. So you might keep this though and read it a second time.
I'm probably going to keep all my comics.
Yeah.
I'm not that guy.
I like getting rid of them if it's something that I don't think I'll ever want to read again.
Well, that's not true.
Yes, it is. That's what I do. How do you know what I do? You bastard. You think you know me. You don't know me. You don't know anything about me. Oh. Or you were talking about something different. What were you going to say? Hello? Where this is just dead air. This is bad.
I was going to say that I have gotten rid of comics before.
All right.
In fact, just last year I gave Mavericks at least two long boxes full.
I remember.
And I believe you gave them away. A free comic a day.
That's right. The kids in the neighborhood are reading your old funny books.
Yeah.
Hopefully you didn't
Sorry I had shitty taste, kids.
If you didn't draw swastikas on them.
Enjoy those Ultimate X-Men's.
Yeah, some of those are good.
No, they're not.
I read a couple Brian K. Vaughan's that were
those are good. I kept those.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Not the ones you gave away.
Not the ones I gave away. Yeah, those are the bad ones.
Mm-hmm.
By Mark Miller and A. Robert Kirkman.
The Kirkman ones are bad, really.
Yeah, not great. I love Robert Kirkman.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't a good fit for him. Because he was rehashing all the stuff from the 90s, basically. He brought about Ultimate Cable and Ultimate Bishop. And
Was he a fan of that?
oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So he grew up reading that stuff, probably.
Yeah. He probably grew up reading Lobo.
Wow. I would read a Lobo comic by Kirkman.
I would, too.
That might be good.
I would try it out, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? I would also read a Lobo comic by Keith Giffen,
Yeah.
who created Lobo.
There's plenty of them.
Yeah, I mean, like if one came out
Like now.
tomorrow, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because, like I said, I didn't enjoy this, but, yeah, that's the wrong thing to say. I didn't, not enjoy this.
You did not enjoy this.
Yeah.
You know,
It just was,
if E. Trib was here, his grammar teacher, she would scold you for using a double negative.
yeah. But I used the double negative in the proper way.
There's no proper way to use a double negative.
I know you're not supposed to do the double negative, but,
Right.
The double negative makes a positive, and that's what I was trying to do.
Okay.
So it worked out, mathematically.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
But no, yeah, like if Keith Giffen came out with another Lobo comic tomorrow, I'd read it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm going to keep this one.
Did he do that Lobo Unbound comic
Yes.
like a year or two ago? That was pretty good.
This is a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Like 4 or 5 years ago.
I remember reading those, and that was pretty good.
Yeah.
That wasn't 15-year-old me. That was 32-year-old me. Or
Yeah.
31-year-old me.
It was more like 27-year-old you.
You said 2 years ago.
No, I said like 4 or 5 years ago.
Oh, they said 2 years ago. Yeah.
You said 2 years ago.
I always get confused who's talking. Okay, I'm Jason. You're Eric. Okay.
Yeah.
It's difficult because this is just a radio show.
Right.
There's no video.
I think we have distinct enough voices. You're the one who speaks quietly but articulately, and I'm the one who is loud and mumbly.
Okay. Okay. That was Eric.
Yeah.
This is Jason. Okay. Now I know. I should be able to keep it straight now. My favorite thing about this comic.
Art.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
But I was thinking like just about the comic in general, like the story and whatnot.
The art?
Was the art. No. Yeah, the art is awesome. The art is awesome. Simon Bisley's amazing.
He is pretty good. He is okay. And yet, like I said last week, for some reason I had it in my head that the whole book was painted, and I remembered at the last minute it was not.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, his painted stuff is way better than his other stuff. But
his other stuff is good, too.
Oh, yeah.
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 I love that. Just fucking, slapping ink down on a paper, hacking away at it kind of thing.
You know, it looks like you can tell he sprays, he splatters, he sketches, and he renders. I mean, there's tons of shading on people's necks and every vein that you could possibly imagine sticking out of everyone's neck. But I really liked, aside from the artwork, all those weird one-page things that they had in the books.
The excerpts from the biography.
Yeah, like his report card and and how he got into metal and how he joined Legion and even the ad about how to become a bounty hunter.
Right.
All that stuff was very Giffen. I mean, it's very Giffen.
Yeah. He is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
In a way.
He pushes the boundaries of what, he does a lot of breaking the fourth wall kind of stuff, and not necessarily in this, but
in other books.
And then he adds weird little one-page things that just kind of, don't seem to fit, but then they're hilarious and interesting. Yeah, but he only did the plot, right? He didn't.
Plot and breakdowns.
Alan Grant does the... Oh, that's right. He did do the breakdowns.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
And Alan Grant does the dialogue.
Yeah.
Just like him working with J.M. DeMatteis on the Justice League. It was basically the same thing.
He did the breakdowns too?
Yep.
Wow. And he did the breakdowns in the... Was it 52?
Yep.
Wow. Yeah, he's done a lot of breakdowns.
Yeah. Before Trencher, I think, is when that was the book where he actually started doing all the writing. But that was his way of making the script without having to do any of the words.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. He's a genius.
Yeah. Alan Grant, one of his many co-writers over the years. I think they only primarily worked on the Lobo stuff.
Yeah, I think so.
I think they did do a Vertigo book once called Tattered Banners. And
okay.
I read that book. And I want to say with the third issue, one of them left. I want to say Keith Giffen left. And the rest of it was just done by Alan Grant without Keith Giffen. And instantly became the shittiest book I've ever read.
Oh, really?
One of the shittiest comics that I've ever read. Ever. Ever.
And did it, end directly after? I mean, it's just a miniseries.
It was 4 issues, and so basically there was 1 issue left.
Right.
And I could not imagine a worse way to end any comic ever.
Wow, that's depressing.
Except for the end of this comic.
The Lobo comic?
Yeah. Did not end well.
Yeah.
It just kind of ended.
Yeah.
And it was there should be at least a page left.
Right.
That we need to wrap up.
Yeah. There's not much of a story here.
Well, no. I mean, it's essentially the space version of Midnight Run.
Yeah.
With Lobo as the Robert De Niro character, and
his teacher is
Lobo's fourth grade teacher as Charles Grodin. Only they don't become buddies.
Yeah. No, not really.
Not at all. Yeah. And
they do get into some crazy antics together.
Crazy antics. That's basically a giant chase scene kind of thing going on. Lobo runs afoul of a bunch of people, and they all follow him around to get their revenge on him.
Bikers and
dancers,
fans, old ladies,
some
sort of
the police,
chainsaw ballet.
I said the dancers.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, the police, the International Space Police.
Right.
Elvis, did we say Elvis impersonators?
That was the truckers.
Oh, that was the truckers. That's right.
No, Elvis impersonators.
Wasn't it?
No. They were Lobo impersonators.
Yeah. I think one of the truckers looked like Elvis.
Yeah,
his name was Elvis. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's fun.
Just fun, over-the-top, violent.
It's something to read while you're pooping.
Yeah.
That's really what it is, yeah.
And you know what? Knowing what little I do about Keith Giffen, I think he would take that as the highest compliments for this book ever.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Lobo originally started in, was it Legion?
Legion, yeah.
Or
no, he started in Omega Men.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And he wore like purple and orange spandex.
Yeah, and he had like a purple afro or something.
Yeah.
But once he became like the character that he is,
right, the leather jackets and all that. Yeah.
It wasn't as over the top as this, like for a while though, right? And then this miniseries made him over the top.
I'm pretty sure.
Is that what it was? Okay.
This pretty much set him up as. I remember reading the previews when this book came out that DC was promoting it as their version of the Punisher.
Okay, I think you're gonna say Wolverine.
No,
like he's kind of like Punisher and Wolverine mixed together
a little bit, yeah. Which I was trying to remember this today, and I probably should have looked it up. But remember the Marvel vs. DC miniseries where you got to vote on who won the fights?
Oh no,
you don't?
I don't remember that.
Really?
I remember it was not like DC versus Marvel from the 90s, but something different.
It was from the 90s.
I didn't know you got to vote.
Yeah.
Huh.
And like it resulted in the amalgam books.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't get to vote.
Yeah.
Where'd you get to vote at?
You had to, it was like even like in the book there was like a little thing and you had to like write in.
What? Well, I just collect comics. I don't read them. I didn't open them. I was CGC in those bad boys back then. Before there was a CGC.
Right.
No, I didn't know you got to vote.
Yeah, you got to vote, and but it was only like certain of the battles they allowed you to vote on, and at the comic shop that I shopped at the time, we actually had like a poll going on like within the store. It's basically, if you guessed like the most number of outcomes correctly, you got the pot.
Okay.
And I won.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Impressive.
Impressive.
Yeah. The only one I missed was because I couldn't figure out how that was going to work out. I think was Catwoman versus Elektra.
And
I
think I would have won Elektra.
I think that's what I went, but I think Catwoman won.
Really?
Yeah. But I guessed all the other ones correctly. And I was the only one that had like that high of a percentage of correct answers. Because Lobo versus Wolverine was one of them. And like everyone in my shop voted
Wolverine.
No, they voted Lobo.
Really?
Yeah. Because it's like, well, Lobo's a badass, like he can't die, and like he's super tough. I mean, Wolverine's tough, but Lobo can beat him. And I was like, nope, Wolverine's more popular. He's gonna win.
Yeah.
And that's what happened.
Yeah.
Should have been that Lobo would have beat him.
Mm-hmm.
Should have been.
So was the Catwoman one? Was that one of the popular choice ones, or is that one you couldn't vote on?
No, that was a popular choice one.
Okay.
Yeah. He was that one. Superman, Thor, or was it Superman, Hulk? It was Superman, Thor, right?
No.
Batman, Captain America, Robin, Jubilee. I don't think that was the actual one, but they did.
I thought it was the same character.
They're essentially the same character, and they wound up just making it happen.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Really? That's hot.
Yeah.
Wow.
What little I remember. But I just remember the fight between Wolverine and Lobo was lame and stupid.
Yeah, I think everything I've seen with Lobo where they tried to take him sort of seriously is pretty lame.
Right.
You know?
I don't know that they tried to take him seriously, but it was pretty lame. The entire fight happened behind a bar, so you didn't see anything, and it was over in like 2 panels, and Wolverine won. So.
I could see them just giving up the fight and drinking together.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, but they fought, and Wolverine won.
Yeah.
Without his adamantium. That was during that period of time.
Oh, well then that's horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lobo should have won. I know, and like this is ridiculous too.
That we're having this conversation?
Well, yeah, because so often, like, a couple of guys that come in together will be, like, arguing. Sometimes they argue with people they don't come in with, but
right.
Usually it is, at least with people that they come in with. And like, no way, dude, the Hulk would totally destroy, whoever they're talking about, Hawkman. And they're like, what do you think? Who would win, Batman or Spider-Man? Come on, seriously, who would win? And I'm always like, well, if I was writing it, Batman would win because he's my favorite character.
Right, yeah.
I was like, I think it just depends on who's writing it. and they always, it always looks like you just took the wind out of their sails, like you bring them into reality a little bit,
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah.
Well, it's like I said, like I won that poll because I guessed on, well, these characters are more popular, people like these characters better, those are the characters that are going to win.
Right. Yeah.
And with the case of Catwoman and Elektra, I had no idea, because
I guess
I don't care for either one of them.
I guess Catwoman was probably more popular in the 90s than
Yeah.
Elektra. Maybe like late 80s it would have been Elektra.
Right. Well, she was being drawn by Jim Balent, so,
Hey, big tits.
Yep, big tits, purple skin tight suit.
Yeah. That'll get them in. That'll get them in the door.
But, usually, when you remind them that people make these comics, the fanboys seem to get really upset.
They repel a little.
Yeah.
They invert into their carapace.
And honestly, if there was a Batman versus Spider-Man comic that came out today, neither of them are going to win because neither Marvel nor DC editorial are going to let that happen.
Right, yeah.
Or it'll be a thing where, like, in the first chapter, Spider-Man gets the upper hand, and then in the second chapter, Batman gets the upper hand, and then in the third chapter, they team up to work together.
Because a villain steps in.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Superhero comics are a suspicious and cowardly lot.
I know. Yeah. I have a huge nostalgia and love of superheroes. Like, I think it's like great, they're great characters, and like some of the comics have found a special place in my heart.
Right.
But I'm really I think I am getting sick of reading superhero comics. Like even, I noticed I have, like, my favorite superhero ever is Batman. My favorite comic book writer ever is Grant Morrison.
Right.
And I have a stack of Grant Morrison Batmans that I haven't read because it's like every time I look at them, I'm like, I could read that, or I could read, whatever this alternative comic that came out this week that by somebody I don't even know who it is. And I would rather read that comic. Like I'm getting to the point where it's almost like, even the best superhero comic is just the best superhero comic to me.
Right.
And like I know that is not fair to a lot of the artists and writers who are working really hard to make a good comic.
Right.
But I think I'm like quickly losing interest in even the best superhero comics.
Right.
Like I'm just not excited about Grant Morrison Batman, which seems weird to me.
Well, a lot of people don't like it, so there's that. But I think it's pretty good.
Yeah.
But look, I hear what you're saying, and I mean, I still read a lot of superhero comics, but at the same time, I don't read a lot of comics much anymore either. So,
Right.
I mean, honestly, outside of the show, I don't read much of anything.
I read a little outside of the show, but, I mean,
Yeah.
like just when I'm on the toilet or right before I go to bed, I'll read a couple comics, but...
I think, but basically what you're saying is that, like, like even the best superhero comics aren't really pushing anything within that genre.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, the only time I get excited about Marvel or a DC comic newer than the 70s is when it's something like Bizarre Comics or Strange Tales, where it's like they're going at it from some completely different angle.
Right.
Because like even though I know I love everything I've written or read by Grant Morrison,
Right.
like even his, like I know it's just going to be something serious and cool, and I would rather read, like, I bought this book called Brain Fag by this guy named Ned Beatty, and I've never even, not Ned Beatty. not the guy that squeals like a pig. Oh man, what is his name? Nate Beatty, that's his name. Wow, that was weird. But I've been reading that, like, I've never heard of this guy, I've never heard of this comic, but it's like this thick collection of, like, all of his issues, and I've just been, like, reading those every time I go to bed or take a shit. And I've been looking way more forward to that than reading, the stack of established character stuff by writers I know and artists that I love.
Right.
Like, I've noticed that a lot in the last couple months, that I'm, like, less and less interested in superhero stuff. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
I don't know why I went on the tirade.
I don't know. Are you apologizing?
No, I just
Because, I don't know, you don't have anyone here you need to apologize to.
No, yeah. No,
I'm not taking it as a personal slight that you don't like superheroes.
No.
I mean, there are people out there who would.
Right. Oh, yeah.
But I'm not one of them.
No, I don't know. I forget how I even got on the subject, but I was just thinking about, like, comics in general and, like, just taste changing and,
right.
like this, how I thought I really liked this Lobo comic when I first read it, and now I'm like, yeah, it was entertaining, but...
Right.
You know,
it's nothing new.
I'll just give it to somebody now.
So what you're looking for is just new and innovative all the time.
New, yeah, push the boundaries.
You can't just sit back and enjoy something on a pure basic entertainment level.
I can.
You are becoming one of those guys that can't just enjoy a fucking Expendables type movie and just say, this is just dumb entertainment. You want to look for artsy fartsy.
I still read Marvel 2-in-1. And I enjoy those, but I think I just, every once in a while, I need something like that, just kind of entertaining.
Right.
But for the most part, I think I just rather read, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying Brain Fag is like changing my life.
Right.
But, I mean, it's entertaining from a different perspective, and like, I don't know. It's just someone's take on their own life. It's like, stories from that he's experienced, or like based on his experiences.
That's what you love, though.
I do. I love that stuff.
You love that bullshit.
Mm-hmm. I love it.
Autobiographical bullshit.
I do. I like it.
Ooh, never mind.
I would rather read a story by somebody I've never met about their trip to the grocery. Somebody I've never seen their artwork and never read anything by them. And if I had to sight unseen buy that, or like a Batman comic by Frank Quitely and Grant Morrison, I'd probably take the grocery comic.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's see, when you put it that way, I'm going to take the Frank Quitely Batman comic because it's fucking Frank Quitely.
I love Frank Quitely and I love Grant Morrison.
You can't beat that.
No.
However, if you put it to me, buying a sight unseen is the key word here. Sight unseen.
Mm-hmm.
A comic by a guy who just wrote about going to the grocery store, or a Spider-Man comic by a guy I've never read, or by art that I've never seen before. I'm not going to buy either.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, that's fair too. And maybe I exaggerated a little because I buy anything Frank Quitely does.
Right.
Yeah. But except for when he does pinups, I won't get suckered into that.
No.
$4 for one page. Fuck that. But,
or a cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've done it a couple times.
Yeah,
if they're really good covers.
Yeah. No, you shouldn't do that.
But Well, I always read the book. Like, I bought Bike Club because he did the cover.
Right.
And I read them. And I liked it. I thought it was good.
Right.
But
that's not a superhero comic either.
Exactly. See? Good point. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Things are changing.
Yeah, things aren't changing.
Oh, it's changing.
No, I don't think they are. Because when have you ever been, as long as I've known you, you've never been a guy to really buy superhero comics.
Yeah. I bought superhero comics.
You bought superhero comics, but not really.
I mean, not into it.
On a week-by-week basis.
No. Yeah.
If you walk away with anything from Mavericks, you're usually going to walk away with an independent book.
Usually.
And that's been that way since I've known you, which is about 10 years at this point.
Mm-hmm. Right. Well,
so you've never been that guy.
I know, but I guess what I'm saying is, like, I don't, like, I'd always buy, like, anytime Marcus Martin drew an issue of Amazing Spider-Man, which there's another one coming out in a couple months. Anytime Grant Morrison writes a Batman comic or anything that he writes. But I'm honestly thinking from now on, I think I might be done. Like, I might not buy Grant Morrison stuff unless it's like Joe the Barbarian or something, something different.
So what's wrong with that?
Well, that's different. Because I've always bought any of his superhero stuff.
That's your own fault then.
Yeah, I know.
So, I mean, I love Grant Morrison too, but, honestly, if there was something that I just generally had no interest in, I would not buy.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm there.
But I've also generally been interested in almost everything he's written because, I know that it's going to be a slightly different take on the character or the subject, no matter what.
Right.
Because it's Grant Morrison, he's insane.
Yeah. In a good way.
In a good way.
Yeah.
And, but obviously I'm going to get super fucking excited more over, something he's going to do for Vertigo. Because it's going to be...
Like We 3 or something.
Like We 3, Venomorama, fucking Wild Horses Can't Hold Me Back from the next Sea Guy series when that comes out.
Right, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's super noble. But it's Vertigo.
Kind of. It's weird, though.
Yeah. I'm going to get super more excited about that than, Batman. But, I like his Batman stuff, too. But, I've never really, not since the early 90s, been the guy, Marcos Martin drew this, I'm totally gonna buy that just because he drew that. I'm not that guy.
Right.
Probably my second favorite writer is Peter Milligan. If he writes a book, I may not pick it up because I've been burned by him more than once.
Well, you get your theory on the two Peter Milligans.
There's that. Yeah.
The good guy, the bad guy.
But the minute Grant Morrison decides that he's going to do a Commandy series, probably not going to be on board.
Yeah, me neither. 5 years ago, I would, but I think that's what I'm saying. I think just in the last couple months, I've realized I think I'm done buying things just because I'm I know I like this writer or artist, but I think I'm done with that unless it looks like, not a superhero book, mostly.
What if, it was something that I read and said, man, this is amazing, you should read it. Would you? Would you wait for a trade?
I'd probably wait for you to pick it for the show.
What if I don't pick it for the show? There are comics I read I don't pick for the show.
That's a tough one. If it was a superhero book, I might not. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're just going to completely blow off an entire subgenre?
I'm thinking about it.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Because I'm not enjoying them unless it's something.
But you're just reading the wrong ones.
Well,
you shouldn't be reading Amazing Spider-Man. I'll tell you that much now.
But I love some of the people that do those.
So. I love some of the people that do them, but I have not read a single Amazing Spider-Man in 20 years.
Well, I mean, like the Ed Brubaker Daredevils, you told me those are amazing, but I have zero interest in that.
Yeah, and I never recommended them to you.
Right.
I told you they're good.
All right.
But I would never recommend them to you because I know you won't like them.
Well, I mean, I can imagine. I'm not saying I can't imagine a situation where I wouldn't, but I'm
and you'd probably enjoy them, but I don't think they're your thing.
Right.
Ed Brubaker on Captain America is also really good. But again, I don't think you'd like it at all.
Right.
I mean, you may enjoy some of the art. You may actually think it's really good.
No.
I don't think you would be into it.
Well, I'm not going to completely write it off. I'm just saying, of my own accord.
And what about Jack Staff? I recommended that. You loved it.
That was great.
You should read more of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's kind of a superhero book, but it's so different.
But it's a superhero book.
Yeah.
Invincible? You've read and loved Invincible.
Yeah, that's true.
Wolfman.
It was okay. It was okay.
I think you really liked it.
It was okay. I never read the second one. Like, I never got interested.
It's because we never picked it.
Yeah, but I mean, I have many chances to buy it cheaply, and I never do.
Umbrella Academy.
It's kind of a superhero book.
It's a superhero book.
Yeah. Okay.
So you can't write off the entire thing. Just like back on the Low Life episode, I can't write off the entire. I can't write off, every autobiographical book either. It's not fair.
No, I know, but I am, like, seriously, I'm still behind the point that when I read a really good superhero book, I still, like, I'm not as excited about it, and I don't seem to have enjoyed it as much as I do, like, any, like, I don't know, any, like...
I'm just saying, don't completely close yourself off to it.
Right.
Just like, I'll probably read the next crappy autobiographical comic you pick.
Right. Well, I mean, I'm not going to veto them.
Well, no, but I'm just saying,
I think I'm done buying them.
Well, that's fine. Just buy the good ones. Mm-hmm. You just got to figure out what the good ones are.
I thought I was buying the good ones. And I'm
apparently not. You're buying fucking Amazing Spider-Man.
Only when somebody good does it.
And on top of that, like, there was one that you bought that, like, you couldn't stop raving about for, like, weeks.
Oh,
the one that had that Rhino story in it.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even buy that. I just read it at Mavericks.
Okay, well, just fucking read your comics at Mavericks.
Yeah. That one was a really good story, though. Yeah. It was just a backup story with the Rhino where he goes straight. Yeah. Or tries to go straight.
Right. Yeah, just read those.
Yeah.
Just read good things.
Yeah.
That's what I'm telling you.
Okay.
Read good things and buy the best ones.
I like that. I like it. It's a good idea.
And since you work at the comic shop, you have that ability.
Yeah.
To do it for free.
Yeah, I can stay after.
Yeah. You're going to have to be within the next week anyway.
Yeah, that's true. Excited about that.
So, where does Keith Giffen fall into all this?
I'd read anything he does. Except for these old Lobos. I think I'm done reading those. Yeah, actually, if you want those Lobos back, Stephen, though, I looked, like, last time we talked about it, I thought I had 2 sets.
Right.
I've only got 1 set, but regardless, you can have them.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right.
And, I think Kathleen wants to read them, too, though.
That's
so
fine.
you can let her borrow them.
Yeah. So you're done with Keith Giffen then from now on, too, right?
I mean,
that's basically the entire point of this 20-minute conversation has been.
Well, hey, I didn't read his like Legion stuff or most of his Justice League stuff, but I read whenever he does like Ambush Bug or like what was that one book he did? It was like
52.
No, yeah, that didn't have any superheroes. No, the one Reign of the Zodiac, like when he does something new and weird like that, I'll check it out.
Really, Reign of the Zodiac was not good at all.
I really enjoyed the first like 3 or 4, but I was trying to figure out where it was going, and then I read like 3 or 4 more, and I was like, yeah, I'm lost. I don't know.
I read that within 3.
Really?
Yeah.
I really liked it at first, but I lost interest.
What about the stuff that he does for Boom?
Boom.
Have you read any of that?
I read
none of those. One of them was
Hero Squared.
Hero Squared. Yeah.
That's the only one I have read.
Okay, well that one's good.
Yeah.
And,
I liked it.
And a new and unique take on the superhero.
Exactly. Yeah.
But what about his like other non-superhero stuff?
Like did he do a war comic or something?
He's done a couple war comics.
I haven't read any of his other Boom stuff. I don't think.
Tag, the zombie comic. Was it 10, I think, was like some weird crime comic he did. Common Foes, I think, was his
Image
war comic. Yeah. Trencher, if he comes back with Trencher, you can read that.
I like Trencher. I've still got all the Trenchers. I've got all his punks. I've got his lunatics. Video Jack. Yeah, I've got a lot of his stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just brainstorming, thinking out loud, but I think I'm losing interest in superhero books regardless of who they're done by. I think that's what it boils down to. But I'll still give them another shot. No. I'm not done, I'm just losing interest.
Sounds like you're done.
Yeah.
But again, like I said, as long as I've known you, you've never been into them.
Alright. I was more into them than I am now, that's for sure.
Yeah. But then that must be non-existent, because you were never into them as long as I've known you.
I've read them.
Yeah, I know you've read them, but you've never really been into them.
Yeah, not into them.
Yeah.
Not into them.
Never have.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think I was shocked the first time I ever saw you declare that you were going to buy a superhero comic.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Like years and years
ago. Yeah.
I don't know. See, I kind of liked them every once in a while, but
And then I was doubly shocked when I found out that you loved like Silver Age comics.
really,
Yeah.
It's mostly the art from the Silver Age that I like,
Right.
and then like the campiness.
Right.
But I think maybe that's what it is. Like
They're
superhero
not
comics, they're not as fun. Yeah.
No, they're not. I
Like-
can definitely tell you that. Yeah.
Like even the well-written ones, they're just not nearly as fun.
That's why I would never currently recommend to you any superhero comic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I thought there was one you were thinking about recommending.
No.
Okay.
Batman and Robin.
Okay. Well,
By Grant Morrison, Frank Wiley.
I've got all of those. I've only read the first three.
You should read those.
Yeah. Well, I already own them. I might as well.
Yeah. No, there's no real superhero comics I'm recommending to anyone, really.
Okay.
Like I said, I think there are ones that are good, and that I think if you read them, you would probably enjoy them. But there are none that I would recommend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like an entertaining TV show. I'd probably enjoy 10 other shows that I'm not watching, but
Right.
I don't need to watch them though.
I mean, honestly, I really like the show How I Met Your Mother.
Mm-hmm.
I never ever would have thought to recommend it to you to watch.
I swear I enjoy that more. I enjoyed that more than the current season of Dexter, which
Right, yeah.
that's bizarre to me.
Right.
Um,
And also Dexter. I recommended that back when we first really started hanging out, and you were just like, it sounds retarded.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, that sounds like the exact antithesis of things that I like.
Right, yeah.
But I fucking loved it.
Right.
So okay,
Keep an open mind.
that's what the show.
You keep an open mind, I'll keep an open mind.
All right.
All right.
All right. Shake on it.
All
You-
right.
You saw it here, folks. Oh no! Damn it! Oh well.
Oh, whatever.
Well, I swear we did shake.
No, we did. My arm hurts.
Mhm.
How's that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe a stroke. Not sure yet.
Wow. That's just the kind of grip us nerds have.
Yes. So we didn't talk about Lobo at all.
Why would we?
That's fine. Not a very good book.
Yeah. If you see it in a quarter bin and you like violence and rock and roll, pick it up.
Right. I think I did buy all four of these fairly cheap, even back in the day.
Well, yeah, that was back when they were like $1 or $1.50 covers,
The first issue is only 99 cents.
and the rest are $1.50.
Yeah.
Oh, one thing I did want to say, I was really surprised. Like in the background when Simon Bisley drew like graffiti on the walls and he saw like
Right.
Slayer and whatever. Like I was like, oh, that's cool. He drew a Slayer logo. But then I was really, really surprised that he liked Steve Vai because that
Right.
was in the background. like I could just see Simon Bisley kicking Steve Vai's ass for some reason. But maybe he likes that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
well, you like Damien Gerardo and you like Slayer.
That's true. That's true.
And
But I couldn't kick either one of their asses.
you could probably kick Damien Gerardo's
Yeah,
ass.
probably.
And I'd also imagine you could probably kick, I'm going to say Tom Araya,
Because he can't move his head.
because he can't move his head. And
That's not
Jeff
funny.
Hannigan.
I can't believe I laughed at that. That poor man. He can't headbang anymore, and I just laughed at that. I am so sorry, Tom. I really feel bad.
But it gives you the advantage.
That's true. That's all I need. That's all I need is my in.
Yeah.
Find his Achilles heel.
Yeah. And what's his name? Jeff Hannigan?
All I know is Kerry King and Dave Lombardo, and I don't know the other guy.
Yeah.
That kind of Hessian guy.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, I don't know his name.
I think he can kick his ass too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. He seems pretty creepy, and
He seems creepy, but he's like super out of shape.
like all he drinks is cans of beer.
Yeah,
you know?
he's like super out of shape though.
Yeah?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. Well, I'd try it.
yeah. He's gotta wear shin guards.
Does he really?
I don't.
Oh.
He does though.
But like with the spiky ones?
No.
Oh.
Right. When I saw the video footage from the Big Four concert with Megadeth, Metallica, Slayer, and Anthrax, he was just like like he would barely move, like he was so out of shape, and he was just like so overweight, and like he was wearing leather pants, but they were like sagging down, and he had like these boots that had like shin guards on them.
Wonder, does his pants ever like sag down mid song and he can't stop playing because there are no breaks in the sleigh or something?
Right, yeah. I don't know.
Wow, that's unfortunate. Tom Maria can't headbang. He can't hold his pants up.
Maybe he just like presses his guitar really tight against
him. He like clenches his ass cheeks to like suck the pants in a little. It's impressive. So Lobo,
yeah, enjoyable, but not great. I think that's what we've learned, basically.
Yeah. If it's cheap enough and you're bored enough.
Yeah, it's about apt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Take a break.
Sounds delightful.
All right.
Welcome back to Gutter Trash.
Welcome back. So, final show of 2010.
Yeah.
Happened day after Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do anything cool?
I worked Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Then I went out and hung out with my mom, which was awesome.
Yeah.
We listened to Elvis Christmas, wrapped some presents, cooked some dinner, and watched the original Superman.
Nice.
It was a really cool night.
Right.
And I was in bed by 10 o'clock.
Well, for Santa.
Well, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, Christmas Day, went back to mom's, hung out with my cousins and my brother, and then I went over to my girlfriend's and traded presents. And, yeah, it was pretty cool.
Right. Did you get anything good?
Yeah, she got me some new digs, Some new clothes. Is Dig somewhere you live?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I try to be cool, and it just backfires.
Yeah, don't. Ever. You're not cool. Don't try.
Yeah. I know. But yeah, she got me some clothes, some nice clothes. Actually, the sweater I'm wearing right now. She got me the new Sun Kill Moon CD, which I was pretty stoked about. And she made me a scarf and a hat. And yeah.
But you already got a hat for Christmas.
Yeah, Dookie gave me a pretty crazy hat for Christmas. Pretty warm. It looks like I'm out like shooting moose in this hat in the Arctic. But yeah, it's really warm. Very warm.
Well, that's really wasn't what I was talking about. I was talking more about your family. Would they get you anything?
Oh, my family? Mostly gift cards. I got tons of gift cards. And
Longhorn Steakhouse.
Yeah, Winkadoodle Barbecue. No, I got one to Half Price Books, and one to Marion's, and one to UDF.
No, you work right by.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I do stop in there and buy 50 cents worth of peanuts once a week. So, so that $15.
That is going to last a long time.
God, it's $15. Yeah, it's going to last. How many weeks would that be? Let's
30.
See. 2 weeks.
Well, I guess if you go in every day.
Well, like once a week. Probably.
Once a week. So yeah, 30 weeks.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, mostly gift cards. Mostly gift cards, and my cousin got me some drawing supplies, some pens and a canvas. Little mini canvas.
I thought you were going to say a can of beans.
A can of beans. That's I do a lot of artwork. I do a lot of bean artwork. I'm trying to get my own, spot in a gallery in New York.
Right.
Beans are really big right now.
Right. It's a huge medium.
Yeah.
It's the next best thing since outsider art.
Yeah. That's why I wish I was an outsider.
You are.
Yeah? Really? Most comic artists are really.
Well, there's that, and nobody knows you.
That's true. It's very true.
They should know you. You're good.
Oh, shucks.
I enjoy your work most of the time.
I'm Mavericks. When you see me pulling magic cards for people.
Right, yeah.
That's the work you
Yeah.
You're like, man, he really knows how to pull those Font of Mythos off the wall.
He can do that Google search of that card that he has no idea about to figure out how much it would be.
He doesn't even know how many mana it costs, but he can find it.
I certainly don't enjoy your comic work at Mavericks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't.
It's been in-depthly explained.
I honestly don't do much comic work anymore. I've somehow become the magic guy and the sports guy. Like, I really am.
One of those fits more than the other.
Yeah. Probably the magic.
Yeah. That's where I was going with that. Yeah.
But I've been like the only person to like trade and price sports cards in probably like the last 3 months. Wow. It's pretty weird.
Yeah.
I don't even know. Like most players, I don't even know let alone what sport they play. Definitely not what team they play on. So, but yeah, how about you?
Well, I was just going to say real quick. Well, that's kind of fair considering that you technically you are the comic guy and you barely know anything about comics.
Yes,
so
it's true. Yeah. Well, why would I?
Yeah.
I'm more into sports, really. Enos Slaughter, Rashad Mendenhall, that whole crowd.
I think it's maybe the second week in a row that's been mentioned.
Yeah. That's the only two sports guys I know, other than Tom Gordon. But
right, who you actually generally like.
I genuinely like him. Yeah.
And is that because of a Stephen King thing?
No, this is years before the Stephen King thing. How dare you?
Just wanted to confirm.
But yeah, how was your holiday? You're still on your holiday vacation.
I'm still on my vacation. I got one more day left of that.
Nice.
Yeah. And then only a 3-day work week coming up, so that's also nice.
Wunderbar
Indeed. But, it's fine, I guess. I've had more fun the night my holiday started.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Was that Thursday night?
Yeah. That was a heck of a fun night that I think even now I'm still paying for.
Yeah. Wow. That's 3 days later?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, we went out for some drinks and some food.
Yeah. You and your girlfriend invited me along to your secret Mexican hidey hole that no one's allowed to go to or break you of your tradition from.
That's right. You've now found our bat cave. You're the Vicky Vale to my I'm Alfred and she's Batman.
So, wait.
So I just let her in while she was sleeping.
Okay, alright. Because technically I think you should be the Vicky Vale to her Batman.
I'm the Vicky. Well, you're the one that got into the Batcave. You're Vicky Vale.
Yeah, but that also implies I'm the love interest, and I'm not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just want to be Alfred.
Yeah,
I've always kind of wanted to be.
That's fine. Maybe I could be Batgirl.
Okay, you can be Batgirl.
Yeah, there we go.
That's fine.
Because if we go by the movie
Continuity,
then like I just find it because Alfred left it on his laptop.
Oh, is that from Batman and Robin?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that you're Alicia Silverstone?
I'm Alicia Silverstone.
Wow. I loved you in Excess Baggage.
Thank you. It's really underrated. I think wasn't that the one I did with Benito del Toro?
Benicio del Toro, yeah. Yeah. I know. That's a bizarre movie.
I've never seen it.
I saw it in the theater.
Wow. Why?
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. And I don't think I was even drugged there with a girlfriend. I think one of my buddies.
Went on your own?
Yeah. I think me and one of my buddies what movie do you want to see? I don't know. I have excess baggage. Okay. Yeah. Kind of weird. But yeah. So yeah, you went out to the Acapulco.
Yeah. Had I think I had two. Did I have two Don Julios?
Yeah, 2 Don Julio margaritas.
Yeah, and then a giant beer.
Mm-hmm.
Dos Equis. And I think we had a shot of, or at least your girlfriend and me and her friends had a shot.
Yeah, I stopped after 2 margaritas.
Yeah. I kept going.
Mm-hmm.
I kept going, much to my eternal regret.
You had a good time, huh?
I had a great time. I remember the events of what happened. I don't remember how I got home.
Wow.
Still can't remember how I got home.
That's a little scary.
Yeah. I pulled out of the parking lot. And then I was home.
And that's about half an hour away.
Yeah.
25 minutes.
Yeah, I lost about 25 minutes.
Well, you hung out there for a little and did a little sobering up.
A little bit, yeah. I think you guys left and I stuck around, and at that point I stopped drinking. I had myself a Coke, got some fresh air, hung out with one of your girlfriend's friends. Skinny, small girl.
I started to say her name, but I don't know if we're supposed to.
It was not.
Yeah.
And then they invited me to sleep on their couch, and I was just like, oh, I'll be fine.
Well, yeah, I always feel a little bad about that, but at least you made it home okay.
I made it. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Puked in the morning. Mm-hmm. I came home and I passed out. Like I said, I pulled out of the parking lot, and I say that I made it home. I don't know that I made it home. All I know is that I woke up in my bed.
Right.
And it was 7:30 in the morning.
You may have been delivered here by others.
And, but everything was in order. Like I parked in the right spot that I was supposed to park in. I thought to take my iPod out of the car and bring it inside. The door behind me was locked. And I was dressed for bed, and I was all set. My fan was on. I always turn that on before I go to bed.
Right. Wow.
And 7:30 in the morning, I heard my neighbors stomping around, and I kind of got up, and man, did I have to puke.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe you were eternal sunshined. Because in the movie they're like, it's it's on par with a night of heavy drinking.
Right.
And you just don't remember some things, and
Right.
you wake up in your apartment and you're a little disoriented. But
Right. I guess it could be.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the only part of the night I don't remember was just the trip home.
Mm-hmm.
There. And yeah, I had a severe hangover, and have not been able to fully catch up on sleep since then.
Wow. It was the first night of my girlfriend's 10-day vacation,
Right.
which is amazing. So yeah, she had a couple drinks.
Yeah,
I'm going to leave it at that.
Yeah.
But
She and I were keeping pace with each other up until she left. So
it was I'd say for the most part it was good times. I mean, I think I told you this the day after. Me being I was done drinking before we got to the bar.
Right.
And then we played a bunch of pool at the bar, which I had a good time.
Yeah.
But I've always kind of, like, after an hour or so at a bar...
and if you're not drinking.
If I'm not drinking, I'd rather just go home. But yeah, I had a good time. I had a good time. I'm glad you got to experience the Acapulco.
Yeah, that was awesome. I look forward to going back with you guys at some point, because that was probably one of the best burritos I've had in this area. I may have had one other Mexican restaurant that was better in my life, but that's my favorite Mexican restaurant around here. I would be, I think if I do go back, I would be really hard pressed to want to try something new, because that burrito was awesome.
Right.
But I do want to try something like, other on the menu, just to see, what else they can do.
I've tried everything on the vegetarian menu, like all the different combinations, but I'm kind of stuck on their,
stuffed peppers.
Chilis poblanos. Yeah, they're great.
It was fun. Thank you guys for inviting me. Hope we can do it again.
For Shizzle Dog.
But then just kind of Saturday, Christmas, hung out with my parents. Watched a couple movies.
Scrooged?
Nope.
No
Christmas movies.
No Christmas movies, really?
No.
I love watching Christmas movies.
My dad
on
doesn't
Christmas.
like Christmas, and I'm with him.
Really?
Yeah.
I am really getting kind of burnt out on, like working, even though we're not crazy busy, like we're not in a mall or anything,
right.
Just working retail at Christmas time, you see some gross stuff, and I just,
we went over there around noon Saturday, opened some presents, my dad was watching National Treasure on TV. And my mom decided to go to the video store, and she came back with a couple movies, and we watched those, had some dinner, and then I left.
Nice.
Yeah. But we watched the A-Team.
The film.
Yeah.
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 What'd you think?
I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it a lot. We also watched Inception.
Yeah.
And I'd seen Inception before.
Mm-hmm.
I think we talked about it. I went with you.
Right.
And yeah, technically Inception is the better movie.
Yeah.
But I really liked A-Team a lot more. It was just dumb fun.
Yeah, I saw Inception a second time. I got it on DVD from the library a couple weeks ago, and I didn't like it nearly as much the second time.
I did not either. I fell asleep at least 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, ironically.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Did you have a dream within a dream?
No.
I mean, it's amazing and beautiful and it's impressive, but
technically a very good movie.
I just lose. Yeah, it's like, I'm just
once you know what it's about and what's going on,
right?
Like, because there's the thing that happens at the end, which blows away people's minds. Like, if you go into it the second time knowing what you know about everything, there's no clues or anything to help you out. Like, there's nothing that says, cues you into what's really going on. Like, it's not that.
Right.
Like The Sixth Sense, you can watch that twice. Because the second time around, you look for all the hints that lead up to the end of that.
Right.
And that kind of almost gives you, a reason to watch it a second time. Inception doesn't do that.
It just looks cool.
Yeah,
and there's some good actors.
Yeah, yeah. But if you like action movies, I really recommend the A-Team.
Really?
Yeah. And I don't know why this wasn't made more of a big deal, but produced by Mark Silvestri.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, he put up the cash for it?
Yeah. He's one of the executive producers on it.
Wow.
And it's like a Top Cow production.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Did they even do the comic adaptation?
Nope. That was IDW.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's strange.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'd never heard that.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's a good movie. Liam Neeson's fine in it. Guy who plays B.A. Baracus is okay. The guy who plays Murdoch is awesome.
That's the guy that was
District 9.
Yeah.
And Bradley Cooper's fine in it. Yeah. The villains are great. The bad guys in the movie are excellent.
Yeah. Are they it's not like ridiculous superpowered villains or anything?
No, they're just corrupt soldiers and CIA agents and stuff like that. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might check it out.
I totally recommend it.
Ooh, you recommend it?
I do. Yeah.
Maybe I'll pick it up at the library.
You should pick it up at the library.
I think they did have it the last time I was there, and I got Inception instead, so
Yeah.
I will remedy that.
All right, then. And then today I just sat around here. I was supposed to go to Indianapolis, and I decided not to.
For family stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty sure if my brother got me any presents, my parents will bring it down. You know.
I would hope so.
Yeah, I'll pick it up when I go visit them later in this week.
Uh-huh.
Or tomorrow when I go back over there.
Yeah, I got stuck working. I actually, worked Christmas Eve. I actually went in and worked for 2 hours on Christmas Day to do paperwork because I realized there was no time that I'd be able to do it before it's due on Tuesday.
Right.
And then I got stuck working today, which is my day off, and I work all day tomorrow.
Well, this hasn't been your day off in a while.
It's been like 3 weeks, yeah.
Although I came in today and I noticed that Jeremy's back.
Yeah, Jeremy's back, so hopefully I will be off on Sundays from now on.
Right.
The only reason I had to work today is Jerry had to do family stuff while they were in town.
Fuck that retard.
I like Jerry.
No, you don't.
I do.
You don't.
I really do. He's alright.
You like him only because we're recording this for posterity.
No, I do like him. He's not retarded. He's socially awkward. But he's good. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. So hopefully he'll be back in action next Sunday, and I will be off. I would like to not work Sundays. I hate working Sundays.
Yeah. Well, I hope that works out.
Yeah.
Yeah, see?
I
don't know what's wrong with me. Did I ask you if you got anything cool?
I got this sweater.
It's a nice sweater. It looks comfy.
It is very comfy. It's my favorite color. It's blue.
Yeah.
It's warm. I wore it to work today. Wore it to the podcast.
Yeah.
I may even sleep in it.
Ooh,
No, I won't.
That's too much.
I don't want to hurt it.
Yeah.
I don't want to hurt it. I was testing you to see if you'd disagree with me.
Yeah, you don't sleep in the clothes you're wearing.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I do.
You shouldn't.
Sometimes I go to work, and I come home, and I sleep in the same clothes, and I just put another shirt on top of whatever I'm wearing the next day to go back to work. Like, that's how...
That's not how a grown-up acts.
I've spiraled into that.
That is not how a grown-up acts. All right.
I know. I'm out of control.
I like the rare instance of, like, you know, being too drunk to go home, or like, you know, just being too tired to go home, that I've like crashed at someone's house and I've just slept in my clothes. Hate it. It's the worst feeling in the world.
Yeah, it's off-putting and uncomfortable.
Yeah.
They kind of start to gel to my body though, and then like after a day or two, and then I just don't ever want to take them off.
It's like Venom.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it kind of is. He's a badass though.
Is he?
Yeah.
There's a new Venom coming out.
Excuse me. There's a new Carnage coming out too.
No, I don't know anything about that. All I know is about the Venom. Rick Remender and Tony Moore.
Oh, is it? That's not the Deadpool Venom, is it?
Deadpool Venom?
Yeah. There's a Deadpool Venom comic coming out.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's not that one.
It's just Venom.
Okay.
He's a covert agent working for the United States government. They send him on black ops missions, and he wears like gear.
Wow.
You know, like body armor and stuff like that. But then he turns into the giant slobbering Venom.
See, I love Tony Moore, but that would be a book I would buy, and it would go in a stack somewhere.
Right. Yeah, I would not recommend you buy that just based on the look of it, because it looks like every other comic out there that is thought up of by semi-talented folk.
Yeah. It's like the what was the Punisher Frankencastle stuff?
Right.
Like I bought those and let them pile up, and I still haven't read those either.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
And then I even returned some of them Just because by that point I knew, like, I don't have the interest to read these.
Yeah.
I wanted to. I really did.
They looked interesting.
Like, the couple that I did read were good.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I just kind of, just lost interest super fast. Even when Dan Burton did an issue.
He is awesome.
Yeah.
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 There's only so much you can read. I think it boils down to don't try to read everything good, just what you
Read
do
what
read.
you like.
Yeah, just what you do read. Read the good stuff.
Right.
But don't read every good thing.
No. Well, I mean,
can't.
you just have to, sometimes you have to discern, what's good, what's not, by reading a few different things.
Mm-hmm.
But, once you figure out that, then you're golden. Golden!
Like Eddie Murphy. Golden
Like
Child.
Michael Golden.
No, he wasn't the Golden Child. He was just in the Golden Child. In the movie. The Golden Child, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We think. We hope.
Yeah.
So, I hope everybody had a Merry Christmas.
I hope so.
I
Yeah.
hope all of our listeners cashed in and
Yeah.
enjoyed family fun and went sledding and had some treats.
Who does any of that?
I still might go sledding before it's over.
But it's Christmas. Was yesterday. And you were talking about doing that on Christmas.
Well, before the winter's over.
Yeah. Again, who does that? It's not a thing people do.
Sledding?
It's a fucking myth. It's a fucking myth.
I've been sledding.
It's a fucking myth. There are no hills in Dayton.
There's one right over by my house, behind Cleveland School.
Yeah, right into the fucking street.
And it goes into the woods, actually. It's like behind the playground, and there's a steep hill that ends in a bunch of trees. Like
I don't believe
Ethan
people
Frome
live
style.
in this sitcom world that you think everyone is in. This namby-pamby, everyone's happy bullshit.
They're all sledding. Well,
Sledding
they're
and
all-
enjoying their families and...
they're all drunk. Is the key. I mean, there's everybody I've ever been sledding with takes a flask with them. So I think that's the key. Yeah. But tell you what, when I go sledding, I'll take a picture. That way, it'll prove that it exists.
I don't even want to see them.
Yeah.
I don't.
But you think it's a myth? I want to prove that it exists.
Let me keep thinking it's a
Okay,
myth.
it's like your Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, speaking of Santa Claus, I've decided this year that should there ever come a point in time where another woman will touch me not out of pity, that I should ever have kids, that I am totally bestowing upon them the myth of the Krampus.
The Grampus.
Yes.
From the Glenn Danzig. Is that the thing?
That's where we both recently saw it. Yes,
Yeah.
but it is a thing.
Oh, really?
Oh
Okay.
yeah, it's a myth amongst I believe Austria. It's a big thing, and some other Slavic countries. But he's the Christmas demon. He is Santa's right-hand man, where Santa gives presents to all the good little boys and girls. The Krampus devours them and drags them to hell.
Oh, wow. So
The bad ones.
But you're only going to tell them about the Grampus.
I'm going to teach them about Santa Claus. 'Cause
Okay.
they're partners.
Oh, okay.
They're good
Okay.
cop, bad cop.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So you be good, Santa will give you lots of presents, and if you're bad, the Krampus will come and drag you to hell.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a choice you make.
I mean, honestly, doesn't that seem a lot more effective than, like, you get coal in your stocking?
Right. They're like, I'll just throw that at somebody.
Right.
I know. Yeah, you're right. That's true. I didn't realize it was a thing, because, we watched the Henry Rollins, Glenn Danzig Forever cartoon, and the Grampus. I never heard of
Yeah,
it.
it's a thing.
Wow. I like it. I
Yeah,
like it. He would scare me straight. I
yeah,
believe.
yeah. And I guess, like, even like around the 1st of December or so in Austria, they have, like, parades where people will dress up as the Krampus and, like, roam the streets. And some of the costumes are pretty amazing.
Really?
Yeah.
As amazing as a Tom Neely Grampus.
Pretty amazing.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
So, yeah, long live the Krampus.
Is it Krampus with a C?
A K.
With a K, okay.
Yeah.
Krampus, okay.
Yeah. Krampus.
Wow.
Krampus.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look it up, kids.
Look it up and teach your children.
Mm-hmm.
That is the way to get today's children into shape. We're living in a society. They're gonna fuck it up for us.
I know. Can you imagine?
They already are.
If we make it to be old, it's gonna be scary.
Oh yeah. Just dealing with the fucking Pokemon kids alone 10 years ago was the most horrifying thing in my life I've ever experienced.
I almost had a nervous breakdown. Yeah,
I remember.
Yeah.
Kids are terrible.
I like kids, but only in small doses.
It's a good thing you work at a comic shop.
Mm-hmm. There's no kids.
Nope.
Sometimes they come in with their dads and they're like, "Can we go yet, Dad? I want to go to the video game store." And the dad's like, "Hold on, let me see if they have this other issue of the Flashpoint miniseries on." Yeah, that has literally happened. Oh man.
So, I guess I'll pick a movie. I haven't thought of a movie.
Oh,
I've thought of 2 movies.
you haven't decided.
I haven't decided because one of them is a field trip movie.
Yeah.
And the other is a movie I own.
Well, I may be off Sunday, but I don't know that I'm off Sunday.
Right.
If that factors in.
I don't. Yeah.
You could always pick it, and then if we don't end up, we could record 2 versions, like a clue style.
Okay. All right.
And then you could, or the listener can vote, like the DC versus Marvel style.
No, they can't.
Yeah.
Yeah. They can't do that.
Okay.
Because what if they vote for the one that you can't go see?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that would be bad.
Yeah, that
Well,
would be bad.
sometime we should do that.
Because they probably would vote for the one that you probably won't be able to go see.
Maybe the next time when I pick a movie, I'll see if the listener wants to vote.
Okay.
I'll pick 2.
Yeah, well, I've done that on Facebook and for the comics, and I plan on picking most of the comics that people have picked.
Okay.
I just have to find them.
Well, I was going to say, here's the 2 choices.
Oh, yeah.
Like that sort of thing.
Yeah. No.
So-
Because, we've run into problems of, Netflix
Oh, yeah.
saying it has it and then it doesn't.
Yeah.
Or it doesn't have it and we can't find a copy anywhere.
Well, okay. Well, I could pick 2 movies that we already have.
Right.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Forget it.
Okay.
Forget it.
But we'll record 2 versions here.
Okay.
The listener will only hear one.
Yeah.
One will be a movie that I'll pick that we may go see in a movie theater. And the other will be a movie that I own. Okay?
All right.
Alright, so here's choice A. I'm thinking we should go see True Grit.
True Grit.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah?
I want to see that movie.
As do I.
Would you mind if I invite my brother along?
I, of course, don't mind if you invite anyone along, as long as they're not on the show.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I just assumed you would also invite Kathleen and Doogie.
Probably.
And I'm sure once Joe hears this, he will ask if he can go if he hasn't seen it already.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because me and my brother were talking about it on Christmas, actually. Yeah. I'm excited to see that movie.
We saw Burn After Reading with him.
Did he go to that?
Yeah. Didn't he?
I can't remember.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
Yeah.
No. Well, yeah. That's very
cool.
cool.
I said, when we saw Black Swan, there was 4 other people with us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't care.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I hope that's
Solid
what we...
wrestler, 17 people were there with us.
Right. Oh, and Doogie, jumped out of the car on the way. We, stopped at a red light, and he jumped out. Do you remember that?
No.
Didn't that happen?
That was Burn After Reading.
Oh, okay. That was
Because that was the day of that windstorm.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
And, he remembered that he had to do something, in the middle of us going there.
Yeah, and he, hopped out of the red light, like blocks from our house.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I hope this is the one that we end up seeing.
All right. Okay, so here's option 2 that you may or may not hear.
Sweet.
All right.
Cool.
All right.
Either way, it's a win-win.
It's a win-win.
Yeah.
One's probably more of a win than the other.
I'd love to see True Grit.
I would too. Well,
Plus, it would also mean I'm not working.
Right.
On
There's
my
that.
day off, so that would be awesome.
Yeah. All right. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
To everybody.
Yeah, because Next episode will be the first episode of 2011.
Yeah. This will be our 4th year, even though we've only been doing it for 2. That's crazy.
What?
We started 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But we started at the end of 08, so
Yeah.
this will be the 4th year that we're doing it.
Right.
Even though
it's the 3rd year.
Well, we started in, like, September of 08.
Yeah, that was our 2nd year anniversary.
Just recently.
You're just talking about the number.
The numbers, yeah.
Okay.
This will be the 4th actual
Not
year.
the actual amount of time.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
It's craziness.
Yeah, and honestly, couldn't have planned it better than having episode 110 be the final episode of 2010, and 111 being the first episode of 2011.
That's insane.
Insane indeed.
Wow. We're like a Radiohead album.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. Only we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck you, Joe.
Yeah.
For multiple reasons. His love of Radiohead, his hatred of coconut, his going out today dressed in pajamas.
Did he really?
Yes, he did. He posted that on Facebook.
Did he take photos?
I don't know that he did, but he said he went to Penn Station dressed in a bathrobe and his pajamas.
That's kind of cool if it's his day off.
It's
Vacation.
No. You don't leave the house unless you're wearing pants. Or a hard shoe.
Or dress,
Dress
if you're
pants.
a lady.
Dress is fine, I guess. Yeah. Dress is fine to see you do, too.
Whoa.
Because
like
that at least, that shows effort.
Yeah. How about a kilt?
Kilt's fine.
Yeah.
I don't approve, but...
Because there's no underpants,
But again, shows that you made the effort and that you're trying to live a life.
I don't know. Is a kilt really that... I mean, like, a kilt here in Dayton, Ohio, that much better than a bathrobe? Really?
I've seen the guy in the kilt that shops at Mavericks.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
And, again, I don't approve of it. I certainly don't like that guy. Never met him. But I don't like him. I know that much. But it's better than sweatpants.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Better than sweatpants, better than pajamas.
All right. That's fair.
Because, again, it seems like effort. I mean, he's got that purse thing that he's got to, put on the foot of the crotch.
Yeah.
I think a belt may be involved, or at least it could be involved.
Yeah, and I think it has to face a certain way.
Pretty much anything with a belt, I approve of.
What if someone out there has made sweatpants with a belt loop in it?
Well, then those aren't really sweatpants.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it might be. I mean, you could add a belt loop to sweatpants.
They're not sweatpants, then.
I'm just playing sweatpants advocate here.
I know you are.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm just...
I think the definition of the sweatpants involves there being the little string that you tie and the elastic.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, then.
Cool.
Yeah. See you.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. You can subscribe to Gutter Trash at iTunes or directly at guttertrash.net. If you go to iTunes, please leave us a review. You can email us at eric@guttertrash.net or jason@guttertrash.net. For more info, you can find us on Facebook, or you can go to seanborn.net or buyerbeware.guttertrash.net. Listen to our sister podcast, League Night, at league.guttertrash.net. Thank you for listening. Until next time.